We have Yvonne Hartman from Temple, Pennsylvania. Yvonne, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you this wonderful night?
I am very good. How about you? It's a little
I'm
chilly out here in PA.
Oh yeah, we're struggling with like 50s and 60s out here. I'm so sorry.
I'm on the East Coast too, Yvonne. I know what you're feeling like.
It's cold today.
Well, I know you guys have had some interesting weather. You've had some like 50s and 60s, and all of a sudden it's like minus 112. I mean,
Yesterday
good.
was 50 TJ here in
Yep.
Gardner,
Yesterday
Massachusetts,
was in the 50s.
and now it's in
Today
the
it's in the
20s.
30s.
That reminds me of living in Park City. Boy, we had the winters. They were just up and down, up and down. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking. You are now. This was really interesting, Yvonne. You are an inspirational, situational musician, and I couldn't think of a more awesome tagline. That is so cool. Could you explain to us what you mean by inspirational, situational?
Well, inspirational is, of course, inspired by God, but also situational in that I write a lot of stories type songs. They have a story behind them, and it's more than just like a praise verse. It's there's a story behind it, and so that's why it's kind of like situational. A bunch of my songs, sometimes they're written from talking to somebody and them telling me about some story about their life, and then it turns into a song. So that's kind of where the situational comes in. You got to watch what you say to me. It might
Yeah,
make
I was
song.
just gonna say, are there any songs in there that maybe are a little, shall we say, inspired by different things?
Well,
But
sometimes they're inspired by stories from people. Like I wrote a song the one time because this woman was a friend of mine was talking about having some health problems, and I took that. She said something like, "I feel like he's holding me in the palm of his hand," and so I turned around and I wrote a song called "The Palm of His Hand." So you
that is
never
so
know.
cool. I know, and it's good to keep your ears open because songs are out there. There's songs, people's
Hmm.
lives. People, I mean, there are so many amazing. What about Amazing Grace? The guy was a
Right.
slave trader. Come on, how do you go from slave trading to I once was lost, but now I'm found? So good. Anyways, enough of that. Yvonne, what would you like to share first this evening?
Well, I have a new song that's called "The Day the Lord Has Made," and it's based, of course, on that verse. And it was written with Ross King and Danita Dawn Herringer and Gary Wayne White. And we were at a songwriting workshop. It was a virtual workshop, and we wrote this song. It's called "The Day the Lord Has Made." Open up my eyes, sunlight comes streaming in, overwhelmed by life. Before the day begins, help me put my faith in you so I can make it through to worship you and stand upon your truth. So I will take some time to say, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice, give him the praise. This is his day, the day the Lord has made. When I close my eyes, Lord, I can see your face. You are my life. You are the truth, the only way. Help me put my faith in you so I can make it through to worship you and stand upon your truth. So I will take some time to say, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice, give him the praise. This is his day, the day the Lord has made. And I will be glad in it. Lord, you have made this day, and I will be glad in it. So I will take some time to say, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice, give him the praise. This is his day, the day the Lord has made. And I will be glad in it. And I will be glad in it. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
You are on mute.
I was muted. Hold on. I'm on the wrong screen, and I will undo that. There we go. Hi. I was trying to do some stuff on Facebook. I'd just like to take a moment to welcome our guests from Facebook. We've got Mark Antony, we've got Bianca Mendoza, Elizabeth Holthouse, and I'm going to butcher this last name. I'm so sorry, but Whitney, I think it's Dezatel. Did I say that right? I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to say hi to our Facebook fans and thank you so much for listening tonight. We're so glad you're here, and we're here with Yvonne. And I just want to say one more thing. That was the debut of Yvonne's new guitar. And I'm looking at the top of your guitar, and I haven't seen a top that clean in a long time. Because when I play,
spanking new. My first concert with it. Tomorrow I lead worship with it, or like play on the worship team with it.
There you go. Well, the first concert, yes. So welcome guitar, Yvonne. Oh, thank you so much. I love remembering that God makes not only this is the day, but every day. Every day he doesn't judge this crazy mixed up planet. Every day that he doesn't wake up. Well, God never sleeps. What am I saying? Every day that God allows this place to exist, because he's holding all things together, like it says in Colossians. But I am so glad that he makes days and that we get to rejoice in them. So I'm so glad.
Absolutely.
So glad you shared that song. Yvonne, let me see. I'm a little conflagrated. Here we go. You have written over 85 songs, and
I think I'm at like 88 right now.
Oh my goodness. See these
100.
bios. I it's like we put them in a bottle. Well, we put them in a bottle, and you send them, rivers, lakes, whatever, to California for read. And then by the time it gets there, you've written 3 more songs. I understand.
Right.
But anyways, so that's so neat. And just one quick question, like you having written all these songs, what would you say is kind of like, not necessarily the theme of every song, combined, but what is sort of like your go-to emotion or go-to truth that when you're writing songs?
I think my ministry in general is really geared at, trying to reach the lost and the hurting, and trying to tell them about God's gospel, and, that someone loves them and that they can be saved. No matter what they've done, they can be saved. And so I do my ministry a lot outside the church. I do play on my worship team, but my ministry was always for outside the church. And I'm trying to reach those people that are lost. One of my favorite places to go is Hope Rescue Mission in Reading, and that is a men's shelter. They're actually opening a women's shelter right next door. I think the opening is scheduled for sometime this spring, April or May, and they have chapel every night for the men, and so every once in a while I volunteer and I go and I do a concert for them, and it's just one of my favorite places to go because they're so lost and they're so hurting, and it's amazing to go there and to talk to some of them afterward, and they tell me a little bit about their story, and sometimes I'm amazed at how they get there. Most of them are not from the area. They're from like New York or
Wow.
another state and everything, and it's like, how in the world did you end up in Reading? Why Reading, PA? It's a strange place to end up in, but it's pretty. It's very much a blessing when I go there. So it's close to my heart.
That's so neat. What would you like to share next?
Well, okay, so we have another debut tonight. This is the first time I've done this song in a concert. This is brand new. It's called I Have Been Set Free. And I wrote this with a friend of mine. His name is Jesse J. And we co-write a bunch of songs. He wrote with me When Fear and Faith Collide, and also The Moment I'm In. And also this one called I Have Been Set Free. This one is not anywhere close to, it hasn't gone to the studio yet or anything, and this is the first concert that I am playing it in. So, this chorus to this song, in general, because we did some editing, but in general, this chorus came to me. I've been leading worship in Reading at the YMCA on Sundays every once in a while. I'm actually scheduled there every third Sunday of the month for this year, except for June, I believe, because we're on vacation that week. So, but during their Sunday school class, before they have Sunday school, and they have the church, and I've been leading their worship every once in a while. And just based on the Sunday school lesson, I kind of wrote this chorus, and it just fits so well with what she was talking about. So without further ado, I'll play it.
I was in the darkness, He brought me to the light. He gave me hope and a purpose and showed me what was right. I was in chains, bound by my own sin. I couldn't find my way back to Him. I was lost within. I'm not perfect, and that is why He died for you like He died for me. He's the only one that can set the whole world free. He made me clean so the world would see His reflection shining out instead of me. I have been set free. I have been set free. I'll run to Him with all my heart and soul. I will follow Him, yeah, anywhere till I reach the goal. I'm not perfect, but that is why He died for you like He died for me. He's the only one that can set the whole world free. He made me clean so the world would see His reflection shining out instead of me. I have been set free. I have been set free. I can't thank Him enough for all that He has done. He gave me a second chance, and now I'm ready to run. He died for you like He died for me. He's the only one that can set the whole world free. He made me clean so the world would see His reflection shining out instead of me. I have been set free. I have been set free. I have been set free. Let the whole world see. I have been set free.
Okay, that's the first time you played it in concert,
Yeah.
and like, wow, I love that song. It's so simple. It's just so, um, but yet it's so powerful because we are set free by the blood, the cleansing blood of Jesus, and by that we can walk in truth, in light. And you just summed it up so beautifully. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks. I have like a Casting Crowns kind of vibe from that song.
Uh-huh.
You think?
Yeah, and
Kind of what I'm thinking.
and it's fun because being a a woman sometimes, playing music, it's you may, people might think, well, you might be a certain way as opposed to like a guy, but it's like you rocked it. Like you said, it's like Casting Crowns. That sounded so good. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Let's see. Oh, you were okay. Now I love the name of this band, Benign Fate. Now was it Benign Fate or Faith? I was just curious.
Fate. Benign fate.
Okay.
So
explain
benign
that.
is something that you have. Benign actually means grace. Okay. That if you look
Wow.
up the definition, it means grace. And fate is
Oh.
something that happens to you that you have no control over. Okay. So our tagline was, "Have you accepted your gracious fate?" So it was a cool name for a band.
and just to let you know, benign, not like benign tumor, but the letter B and the number 9.
Right.
And yeah, I thought that was really an interesting thing. Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
how long were you in that band, and what kind of things were you up to with them?
I don't remember how long we were. My kids actually played with me for a while. So my son played drums and my daughter played bass, and I had a lead guitarist, and we would go out and perform. And then my daughter quit, and then I got my dad. He played guitar almost as long as I can remember. He went out and bought a bass, and 2 weeks later was playing with me at a concert in place of my daughter. And not too long after that, my son quit too. And so I got a drummer, and I had a lead guitarist, and my dad at bass, and we would go out and we would perform. So we performed under B9 Fate for a while. And in 2015, I kind of broke up the band and said, hey, I'm just going to go solo. And I dropped the B9 Fate name. I think I actually dropped the B9 Fate name before that. We were playing under Yvonne Hartman, and then I kind of dropped the band and started just performing on my own. But turn of events, just recently my dad started playing back with me. So he plays bass with me at some concerts. So, and someone else that's been on this platform, Liz Collins, she's been singing with me as well. So we've been doing concerts together. So we're kind of starting a little band again. I don't know.
The last time I hosted, I think you two were singing together. Was that correct?
Possibly. I don't know if she
wow.
sang with me or not.
I knew there was another person.
She was
it might have been
with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
we were actually, I think the last time I was on, I was actually leading worship in Columbia, PA the next day. We were leading worship. And so she was staying here overnight because my house is like half the way to that concert. So, Red says she did backup vocals that night. She probably did.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Well, what would you like to share next?
Okay, so do I have one song left or two?
Red? 2. I get
Two?
into a 2.
Okay,
there
cool.
you go.
I did plan 4. So I was going to actually do, and this is the first time I'm doing this in concert, but it's not my song. It's called Honey in the Rock. And it's a song that we've done at church. And I don't know, I kind of like the feel of it and the song. And so I do occasionally do cover songs in my concert. So this is one I've been working on. It's called Honey in the Rock.
There's honey in the rock, water in the stone, manna on the ground, no matter where I go. I don't need to worry now that I know everything I need you've got. There's honey in the rock. Praying for a miracle, thirsty for the living well. Only you can satisfy. Sweetness at the mercy seat. Now I've tasted, it's not hard to see. Only you can satisfy. There's honey in the rock. 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 Freedom where the Spirit is. Now I've tasted on the wilderness. You will always satisfy. There's honey in the rock, water in the stone, manna on the ground, no matter where I go. I don't need to worry now that I know everything I need you've got. There's honey in the rock, purpose in your plan, power in the blood, healing in your hands. Started flowing when you said it is done. Everything you did's enough. I keep looking, I keep praising. You keep giving, keep providing. I have all that I need. You are all that I need. I keep praying, you keep moving. I keep praising, you keep proving. I have all that I need. You are all that I need. I have all that I need. You are all that I need, yeah. There's honey in the rock, water in the stone, manna on the ground, no matter where I go. I don't need to worry now that I know everything I need you've got. There's honey in the rock, purpose in your plan, power in the blood, healing in your hands. Started flowing when you said it is done. Jesus, who you are is enough. There's honey in the rock. 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 Oh, how sweet it is to trust in you, Jesus. Oh, how sweet it is to trust in you, Jesus. Oh, how sweet it is to trust in you, Jesus.
All the miracles that God provides for us over the years. It's so amazing. And the manna is one of the most interesting ones. It was just this amazing gift that God gave, but you don't want to store it overnight because it goes bad. You have to get you have to get it fresh. And yeah, he gives you the Sabbath, so he lets you have it, a couple days there, but otherwise you got to get it fresh. And every blessing that God gives is fresh for us. And so neat. Any thing that comes to mind when you think of this song and how these are all the gifts that God has given us? How is that? How does that relate to your experience with Jesus?
Oh man, in my prayers every day, I always thank him for all the provision and all the blessings that he's given me, because there's been times in my life where things have happened, and at the time that it happens, you think, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing in the world that could have happened. How could this happen to me? But God has a way, I think, of orchestrating our lives. And if I wouldn't have gone through that and done that, I wouldn't be who I am today and where I am today. So I make sure that I thank him every day for everything that he's blessed me with, because I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that it is truly his provision and he has blessed me. So,
Wow.
there you go.
That is so cool. I'd like to thank a couple more people for listening. Cheryl, I'm going to butcher this last name, Nahodil, and Lisa Ritter, and
Lisa.
Dwayniga. Red, you want to help me on this one? Dwayniga George, is that how you say that? Close enough. Anyways, Guyana, is that South America, or is that
South America?
Yeah, because every time I hear that word, I always think of Africa. But we have people watching around the country, and Yvonne, they're watching you right now, and that's so cool. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for sharing. Honey in the Rock. We used to sing a song back in the 70s. Wonderful and marvelous is Jesus to me. Do you know that one? He tastes like honey in the rock. Well, anyways, I when you said that, I thought that was what was going to come out, but it's kind of like a kid's song. But we were all adults. We love Jesus, so we sang all the kids' songs. Didn't matter at all. Cool. One more song. What would you like to grace us with this time?
Well, I wrote a song. I was trying to pick something that I haven't done yet on Red's Room, because I've been on here quite a few times, and I hate singing the same stuff all the time. I have a whole bunch of new music that came out, but this is actually something from one of my older CDs, and it's called Heaven Open Wide. And my favorite line in the song is in the second verse. The first line says, "I'm found, I've been forgiven, mercy came and took my place." And that line is just, that's just an embodiment of Jesus coming and taking our place. He stands at the throne of God and says, no, their sins are forgiven. I take it all on me. So this is called Heaven Open Wide.
I am lost, I've been abandoned, no one wants to see my face. I am alone with all my failures, the last thing I deserve is grace. I'm the reason you came down, you're the reason I sing now. Heaven open wide, you came to save me, even in my shame. You show me mercy, death for all my sin was paid by your grace. You open up your arms and welcome me in. I am found, I've been forgiven, mercy came and took my place. All my sins have been forgotten, never to condemn me again. I'm the reason you came down, you're the reason I sing now. Heaven open wide, you came to save me, even in my shame. You show me mercy, death for all my sin was paid by your grace. You open up your arms and welcome me in. You came, you forgave me, my sin no longer holds me down. You came, you forgave me, my sin no longer holds me down. Heaven open wide, you came to save me, even in my shame. You show me mercy, death for all my sin was made by your grace. You open up your arms and heaven opened wide. You came to save me, even in my shame. You show me mercy, death for all my sin was made by your grace. You open up your arms and welcome me in. Oh, you welcome me in. Yeah, yeah. You welcome me in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yvonne Hartman. And Yvonne, you are, let's see, I wrote down where you are. Oh, there we go. Facebook. I'm going to put that link right into Facebook here in a second, but I just like to ask.
Or like my page.
Yeah, your Facebook page. I just want to ask you, Yvonne, what is next for you? What's coming up next for you?
Well, I will be going back to that church in Columbia coming up in April, and I'm going to be leading worship there in the morning, and then I do a concert in the evening. I will probably be at Hope Rescue Mission a couple more times this year. I haven't set anything up yet, set any specific dates, but I have a guy that books me up in the Poconos area, so I'll be like tooling around there probably this summer. And I just got word tonight that I'll be singing at the Berks County Farm Bureau. My husband's a farmer, by the way. So the Berks County Farm Bureau Spring Banquet is coming up in March, and I'll be doing a concert at their for entertainment at their banquet this coming spring. So that's what I have like right now.
That sounds awesome. Please make sure you take pictures of the council gig that you do with the farmers. That just sounds like a kick. That sounds so cool.
It's been a long time, because my husband's involved in the Farm Bureau. He's actually on the board, and we did a concert like with my dad and my lead guitarist and me. We had done a concert a number of years ago, and then way back before that, me and my kids had done a concert for one of the Farm Bureau picnics. So I think this will be my third time back, and I don't know if I'm doing solo or not. I have to check with Liz and my dad to see if they want to come and make it. But so yeah, I'm always happy to go there and sing for them. It's they're always looking for different types of entertainment. And I'm like, hey, it's been a while since I've been here. Why don't you guys have me back? And my husband just told me tonight that I'm on the entertainment in the spring. I'm like, okay, cool. Put that on my calendar.
That is so cool. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of Facebook applause to Yvonne Hartman. Thank you again for being here tonight.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Man.